What do a legendary stallion, an ancient emperor, and a humble village elder have in common with your life in 2026? Nothing and everything. Welcome to the year of the fire horse, a year astrologically associated with intensity, passion, turbulence, and transformation. In many traditions, the fire horse is seen as unpredictable, fiery, and restless. But before you brace for chaos, let's flip the narrative. Fire, when guided, illuminates. Fire, when mastered, warms. Fire, when respected, transforms. And the stories that have survived generations tell us something vital for beyond half-century people. Legends are not warnings against fire. They are lessons on how to thrive in it. Happy Fire Horse Year 2026. Legendary Lessons for Life. After 50. Across East Asian traditions, the Fire Horse Year has cultural significance. It recurs every 60 years, and folklore attributes it to courage, unconventional paths, unpredictable change, and fierce independence. But modern psychology says the deeper lesson isn't superstition, it's resilience. A study from the American Psychological Association on major life transitions found that individuals over 50 often experience peak resilience and emotional intelligence compared to younger groups. Why? Because life experience isn't just memory, it's pattern recognition, emotional regulation, and strategic calm. In other words, your Fire Horse Year is not a threat. It's a calling to thrive with wisdom. Let's look at legendary stories that carry lessons perfectly suited for this moment. 1. The Blacksmith and the Flame. Build your strength with fire, don't fear it. In an old legend from Central Asia, a blacksmith sought to forge the strongest blade ever known. He worked with iron that refused to bend and fire that seemed to devour his efforts. Day after day, he heated, hammered, and cooled until finally, a blade emerged that was both resilient and sharp. The lesson? The metal didn't become strong because fire was easy. It became strong because it endured the right heat. Modern science echoes this. Related research from late 2024 and 2025 supports the concept of adults who adopt adaptive stress. Manageable challenges that require growth demonstrate better cognitive health and emotional stability in later life. So if 2026 feels like fire, don't shy away from challenge, heat your ambitions with intentional effort, and transform pressure into strength. Lesson: endure fire with intention and become stronger because of it. 2. The Crane that Taught Stillness. Balance passion with peace. Another legend tells of a fire horse and a crane in the same valley. The fire horse charged endlessly, agitated by its own energy. The crane stood still, observing the world with calm wisdom. When a storm came, the horse panicked, but the crane flew to safety. The lesson isn't about motion versus stillness. It's about knowing when to move and when to observe. Research from the University of California, San Diego generally shows that emotional regulation and reflective thinking improve with age, and that older adults often make better stress-based decisions than younger adults. For those over 50, this is powerful. You don't need to match fire with frenzy, you need to match fire with awareness. Lesson: in a year of energy and intensity, calm observation becomes your superpower. 3. The Phoenix Rises. Reinvention is the legacy of time. The phoenix is more than a bird that rises from ashes, it's a symbol of renewal. And while legends vary across cultures, from Chinese feng huang to Greek phoenix, the message is consistent. Rebirth doesn't erase the past, it transforms it. This resonates with modern longevity research. A report by the Stanford Center on Longevity found that many individuals in their 50s and 60s experience a second curve of fulfillment, a phase where purpose, creativity, and influence often blossom beyond earlier life stages. This isn't midlife crisis, it's midlife renaissance. Lesson: every ending in life can be a new beginning, especially if you choose to build, not rebuild. 4. The archer and the target. Precision comes with perspective. There's an old myth of an archer who could never hit the center of the target, until an elder taught him to stop aiming harder and start seeing deeper. Instead of focusing on the target, he focused on breath, posture, flow, and stillness. Only then did the arrow find the center. Modern psychology calls this attentional focus, and broader, well-documented studies in cognitive psychology, such as the socio-emotional selectivity theory, which focuses on emotional regulation rather than raw cognitive speed or deep focus, confirms that adults over 50 often outperform younger adults in tasks requiring deep focus and emotional stability, especially under pressure. We all have goals, but life after 50 isn't about speed, it's about precision. Lesson: fire fuels passion, but wisdom guides aim. 5. The river's path. Adaptability over rigidity. Finally, a river legend teaches that water doesn't overcome rocks by force. It does so through persistence and adaptation. Fire may be associated with sudden change, but water reminds us that long-term transformation comes from persistence over time. This aligns with research on aging and adaptability. The World Health Organization 2022 emphasizes that adaptability, not just physical health, is crucial for long, meaningful life engagements. So, while fire is intense, water is persistent. And life, especially after 50, requires both. Lesson: adapt to circumstances without losing direction. What does the Fire Horse year teach us? 2026, the year of the Fire Horse, is not a year to fear. It's a year to harness energy with wisdom and to combine strength with purpose, passion with reflection, and reinvention with legacy. For people over 50, the greatest advantage isn't youth. It's lifetime experience, emotional intelligence, and perspective on what truly matters. And when fire meets wisdom, it doesn't burn your foundations, it lights your path forward. How to enter 2026 with fire and insight. Embrace challenge with calm intention. Know when to act and when to observe. Reinvent with purpose, not panic. Strike your goals with focus and precision. Persist with adaptability over rigidity. So, in legend, fire can be dangerous. In life, passion without direction can be chaotic. But when fire is guided by wisdom, it becomes the greatest force for growth. And for those who have lived long enough to learn, 2026 isn't a year to brace for impact. It's a year to burn brighter. Have a happy Fire Horse year 2026. Curious for more insights on beyond half-century living? Let's meet again on our other videos.